ABC's Matt Gutman is in Tel Aviv.
After that massive Iranian missile assault targeting Israel's major cities Tuesday, multiple missiles penetrating that missile defense shield, one exploding north of Tel Aviv. One landed near Israel's intelligence headquarters. A piece of one.
All right, and welcome to the WSJ. Yeah, you can put those on if you want to. Welcome. I don't know how they'll fit over your hat. You don't need the headphones. Welcome to the WSJM video live stream. It's the WSJM morning show. I'm Ken Lundberg, and this morning we have Tiana Essig. Did I get that right? Yeah. Okay, let me make sure. Here, pull that microphone up close and personal there.
That helps, doesn't it?
There
Sorry
you go.
About that.
No, you're all right. And Tiana has a beautiful cowboy hat.
Yes.
I love this thing.
Yes. Well, we're into pink. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
So we are doing everything we can to make sure that women are getting their screenings and taking care of this problem, because it is definitely an issue that's not going away anytime soon.
Yeah.
So we want to bring awareness to, and a fun event to just keep people keep it light. Cancer is not a light subject. It definitely is very serious, and
it's scary.
It is scary.
It can be incredibly scary when you know, no matter what kind of cancer it is, when you hear that C word, you're like, okay, my life has just changed.
It is. And so the Berrien County Cancer Service has been serving cancer patients for the last 76 years.
Oh, wow.
We've been helping, and our health department, Ken, didn't start until 1964.
Okay.
So we started in 1948.
Wow.
And we had a nurse that was going into the homes. Olive Colcord is pretty well known, especially in Niles. She was from Niles, where it started. And going into the homes of cancer patients, because back then cancer was like, it was, you did something wrong if you got cancer. It wasn't just like, you know, like it is now, where we realize that it's a disease that happens just in certain cases. And we don't know all the reasons yet. But back then it was like, oh, she got cancer.
Stigma.
Yeah. And you were shunned. And so a lot of people were just really afraid, and they didn't know what caused cancer. They didn't know enough about it. And so it was really a scary thing. So she started going into people's homes and helping the patients. And she would take this 16 millimeter camera with her and show them not videos, I guess, movies, home movies on what cancer was and stuff like that. So
education starts there.
But our core is the in-home skilled nursing. We will send nurses into the homes of cancer patients to do blood draws or port flushes or different things to just aid their journey of cancer and just kind of try to make things a little bit easier for them along the way.
Okay. And we're going to talk about ways you're raising awareness and raising money for that, including an event today. We'll talk about that in just a few moments right after we get out of news. It is the WSJM Morning Show. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be right back after a look at news. We've got some sports, too. Cool. Tigers fan?
Sure.
Okay.
Cubs, actually. But
all right. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. All right.
Found a lender who deposited $5,000 into his bank account the very next day. If you need cash help, even if you have bad credit, go to 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
And thank you for joining us on the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg at 7:05. I've got my guest in studio, and she has a sparkly pink cowboy hat. It's incredibly flashy.
It is.
Thanks for joining us. Tiana Essig is going to tell us about pink toilet timeouts and a whole lot of other stuff that the Berrien County Cancer Service has been doing for decades now, and we really appreciate what you do.
Thank you, Ken.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk about the event in just a moment. You brought a bunch of stuff into the studio.
Yes.
This is really cool, including some ducks. And the thing that I promised the listeners earlier, at least what I promised them, was I didn't think there was a toilet coming into the studio.
Well,
I
have
was
it in
wrong.
The car. I could go.
Oh, you've got a toilet out there too?
I could bring it in. I might need your help. We have to sneak out and grab it.
It's about the Berrien County Cancer Service. We'll talk with Tiana in just a couple of minutes right here on the WSJM Morning Show. First off, let's take a look at what we've got in the news. But first, the weather before that. 49 degrees and partly cloudy skies out in Benton Harbor right now. Chilly start to the day in St. Joseph as well. 51 degrees and partly cloudy. Forecast for today, mostly sunny and cool, a high around 70. And tonight, mostly clear and cool, low around 47 overnight. Tomorrow, it's going to get a little warmer. Still going to be sunny, mostly sunny, high around 75. And then on Friday, we do see a slight chance of rain, but it's going to be partly sunny skies otherwise, and a high around 70. The weekend looks pretty 50-50, mostly sunny on Saturday, partly sunny on Sunday with a slight chance of rain. Highs both days in the lower to mid 70s. Tigers, they won game 1 of the Wildcard series. They beat the Houston Astros yesterday 3-1. They play again this afternoon, game 2. It starts at 2:32 p.m. right here on WSJM. Some of the news that we're following this morning: Lake Michigan College has been recognized for its efforts to help students register to vote. The All-In Campus Democracy Challenge has awarded LMC its Gold Campus Award for excellence in student voter engagement for the college's work in the 2022 elections. Tiffany Bohm with the LMC Political Science faculty tells us the college has worked for years to engage students in the political process with the goal of remaining nonpartisan. In recent years, students have taken on, they say, more of a leadership role.
It is growing as a student-led initiative to increase voter engagement, but we have an organization called LMC Votes that we started in 2016, ahead of the 2016 presidential election, where it is a community and campus-based group with students and external partners like the League of Women Voters of Berrien and Cass County, and we coordinate for voter registration drives.
Bohm says in 2022, LMC increased its voting rate by more than 6% over the 2018 voting rate. The Gold Campus Award recognizes a voting rate of 40 to 49% among students who are eligible to vote, with LMC's 2022 voting rate at 41.5%. So good on them. The Berrien County Parks Department will host a scrap tire collection event next week. It says on Saturday, October 12th. So they're giving you time to get your tires ready and out of the grass. It'll take old tires at the Berrien County Road Department office on Napier Avenue in Benton Township from 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Diana, how many tires do you have hanging around your yard?
Well, digging them out of the grass, that's really a lot to do. Actually, we got rid of all those.
That's good
my
because
husband did a big yard cleanup.
They are just mosquito breeding havens. You ever seen what mosquitoes do when they get an old tire, spare tire? They just go crazy. They have little circuses in there and everything.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
We don't need those.
Voter drives for mosquitoes, something like that. The collection is for Berrien County residents only. Tires from businesses will not be accepted. The fee to drop off the tire is $1 per passenger tire, $2 for passenger tires that still have the rims in them. So it's a really good deal. I mean, it's just basically a token amount of money. No oversized tires will be accepted, so no tractor tires and the like. Berrien County Environmental Property Manager Jason Field said the event is intended to help people get rid of unwanted tires at a low cost, adding it's a good way to free up space in the garage or the yard. Those who drop off tires are told to enter the road department facility at the south gate. That's the third gate from the corner on Yor Avenue. Just follow the signs. You'll see it. So anyway, that's happening Saturday, October 12th. And one further, this comes as a little bit of a surprise, but not much. Chickiming Township community has been named by HGTV as the most expensive place in Michigan to live.
Wow.
The most expensive place. The list names the most expensive places to live in each state. And coming in at number 1 for Michigan is Lakeside. It's an unincorporated community of fewer than 300 residences right along Lake Michigan shorelines in Harbor Country. Pure Michigan says it has been popular as a vacation destination for nearby Chicagoans since the early 1920s. We knew this. And according to HGTV, the average home price there, $2.6 million.
Not surprising.
Not surprising. And I bet they haven't even counted inflation yet. Because it's probably closer to $3 or $4 million. You'll probably pay even more if you want to live right along the lakeshore with a horizontal property versus vertical. With HGTV highlighting that one listed home went recently for $9.5 million. The Lakeside community is best identifiable by its antique shops, they say, and the historic Lakeside Inn, which is listed on the National Register of Historical Places. So it's a pretty neighborhood. One of my sons, Stuart, he goes to college in New York. He's in there for business. Okay. Why? Because he loves me to drive along Lakeside.
Exactly. I love it too.
And see the beautiful homes there and the artwork in it. And they're doing a lot of building recently too.
I used to love to bike along there. That was like the best bike ride because you could, see the lake and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love it there.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
And expensive.
Yes.
All right. It's 7:11. We've got sports coming up in just a moment. We're going to talk with Diana Essig. She's from Berrien County Cancer Service. We're talking about pink toilet timeouts because cancer stinks.
It does stink.
I
Yes.
love that. This is such a great campaign. We'll talk about that. We'll start the interview on our video live stream now, and then we'll come back in a couple of minutes after sports and continue the interview right here on our on the radio station. But if you want to check it out, we're on Facebook live streaming right now.
In Major League Baseball, Tigers pitcher
All right. Thanks for joining us and good morning. Boy, look at all the activity on our video live stream already. Good morning, everyone, says John. How are y'all doing? Teresa says, good morning, Ken and Diana. Well, I'm sorry, it's Tiana.
No worries.
That's all right.
No worries.
It's
It's one
Tiana.
of those challenging names.
It's all right. And good morning, John. Let's see. Physical therapy. Mike Weibel says, good morning, Ken. Good morning, Mike Weibel. How are you, sir? Mike Weibel. Do you know Mike?
I do not.
He has been guest co-hosting with me on Monday mornings.
Oh, wonderful.
He also comes in on Fridays and talks about financial stuff. Teresa
That's
Yor
great.
says cancer stinks. Teresa, I was on your family's road yesterday. I was exploring out there. I had a news appointment to go talk with some individuals. I did that. I had some extra time on my hands, and so I was going up and down your road. Your road.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To and some fascinating businesses out there. They're also thinking about that might be a good place for some data centers if we can ever get our act together on that. But
That would be fabulous.
that
Yeah.
would be fabulous. But we're here really to talk with Tiana a bit about the event that's happening this afternoon.
Yes.
So before we get into that, though, I want to know more about you. Who is Tiana Essig?
So I worked for St. Joe today. Most of my career has been in nonprofit.
Okay.
My degree is from Marquette University in elementary ed, but I really enjoyed the business world a little bit more. So
Okay.
a lot of time in nonprofit. And I was the director of St. Joe today and the president of the chamber in Niles. And now this, which
Wow.
I love this job probably the most. It is great to be able to help people at a time when they just don't see the light.
Yeah.
Cancer is really scary. It's a really tough journey. There's so many different aspects of being a patient that none of us are really prepared for.
Yeah.
So we're just there to sort of help guide them on the journey, give them a little bit of support. We can't make the cancer go away. All of our services are free.
Mm-hmm.
So as I mentioned earlier, our main one is the in-home skilled nursing that we want to provide for cancer patients. It is skilled nursing, so it's not, we don't give baths or trim toenails or any of those things. It is purely blood draws, things that the doctor has ordered.
Okay.
It's for people that maybe to save them time. We go to schools, we go to people's work if they can't get out of work and they just want us to come and do the blood draws and port flushes in their office. We can go and do that, or go to their home and do this to save, if somebody has to drive them and can't get out of work, it saves the family a little bit of time. And then we also have a resource locker with wigs and
Mhm.
bras, and we give up to 6 of the Boost drink or equivalent
Yeah.
nutritional supplement. We give 6 a week.
Okay. I'm going to switch over to the radio. Let's continue that conversation in just a moment.
Okay.
Temperatures really getting up around 68 to 70. Clear skies tonight down to 47, and tomorrow a little warmer, still sunny. High temperatures up around 75. We'll still be in the low 70s on Friday. We have a slight chance of rain. I'm Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
Such a pleasure to have you on board for the WSJM Morning Show at 7:15. And we're speaking with Community Voices again this morning, as we always do. If you ever have a suggestion, somebody that you think would be good to come on and talk about something good that's happening in the community, bring them on board, bring them forward. Just go to our WSJM website, send me a news tip, and I'll be more than happy to take a look. And one of the people who reached out, one of the groups and organizations that reached out and talked about an event that they were having, and we thought, what a fun thing to talk about, was the Berrien County Cancer Service. And why is it fun to talk about? Because they're talking about toilets today. And if you can't have potty humor in your life, what good is it?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. There
no.
will be a lot of potty humor tonight, I'm sure.
Tiana Essig is the Director of Development for Berrien County Cancer Service, and you're joining us today. You gave us a little bit of your background. People might know you from St. Joe today. They might know you from the Niles Chamber. Now they know you from Berrien County Cancer Service. For those who were not part of this conversation at the beginning, give us again the background of Berrien County Cancer Service, because it's fascinating.
Sure, yeah. So we started in 1948. So we're celebrating our 76th year of helping
76.
cancer patients in Berrien County. I know, Ken, I don't look a day over 85, but I've only been with the organization now. This is my third year.
Okay.
So, but it is a fascinating organization. Olive Colcord, it was sort of started through the American Cancer Society, and they wanted something. Cancer was just really scary back then. It became the second leading cause of death in 1933, and people didn't know what caused it. And if you did get it, you had done something wrong. It just you shunned, and something happened to you that you did wrong. And people, they hid.
Yeah.
They didn't know how to treat it. They were just basically chopping everything off, thinking, that would help. And so scars and things, there weren't even really bandages at the time. So they were going around collecting sheets and pillowcases, and there were church groups and schools sewing bandages that this nurse would take out to people's homes. She took her 16 millimeter camera, and she was showing movies, like home movies, on what cancer is, just to help people understand it a little bit better.
Yeah.
And the other really unique thing about our organization is in 76 years, we have only had 4 executive directors.
Really?
Yes.
That shows sustainability. That shows stability in the
In
addition.
the organization, yes.
That's great.
Yes, it is. It's remarkable. Olive Colcord stayed with us for over 40 years. And then we had Barbara Lane. And then I don't know the one in the middle, but then Nancy Church is now the director and has done a fabulous job leading us through COVID and keeping us, healthy and viable through that whole time, able to help cancer patients.
Which must have been a difficult time, especially during COVID, because if you're trying to go out and raise money with events that bring the public together, couldn't do it.
No, we couldn't. We still did our Pennies for Patients, which is something that we've done every year. That is this will be our 37th year. Well, 25 will be our 37th year doing Pennies for Patients. So that is something that raises a lot of money for us. But it was really challenging. But Nancy led us through, and we were thriving.
You say this is your third year involved with the Berrien County Cancer Service. How did you get involved?
They used to have a bike ride, actually. And Bob Birch and I used to do the bike ride every year. And he always told me that if you're going to give, you need to give to an organization where all the funds stay local, helping local people. And that is true of this organization. All money stays in Berrien County, helping Berrien County residents with cancer. But the bike ride was really fun, and Bob and I used to just ride to Stray Dog and then get a ride back, and we did that went along that ride that we were talking about by Lakeview Inn.
Yeah, okay.
So that's when I fell in love with that area. And but we didn't do the whole 50. We just did, rode to Stray Dog, and that was enough for us.
Okay.
But anyways, so I started just knowing about the organization. Then we used to have our own office on Red Arrow Highway in Linco. And that used to be where our office was for several years. But when people give money for cancer, they didn't necessarily want it to go to roof repairs or driveway repairs.
Makes sense.
So we had the opportunity to move into, it was Lakeland at the time. In 2018, we moved in. It's the Marie Yeager Cancer Center. And we have 2 offices on the second floor of where they get infusions and things. So it's really great because then patients can find us and we're able to get them help right away.
Very nice. Very nice. Very good. Okay. And today you've got this event. You want to talk about this one yet?
Sure, yes.
Okay, because you brought in a lot of paraphernalia. I think we have a lot to go through.
We do. So it is called Pink Toilet Timeouts because cancer stinks. This was started, I think in 2018, maybe 17, by City Plumbing. The Crew in Blue in Pink is what they were calling themselves. It was called Flushing Out Cancer.
Okay.
And they did this. They used to have people sit on the toilets for an hour. And I thought
An
that's
hour?
an awfully long time to sit on a toilet. So now with our Pink Toilet Timeouts, it's just 5 minutes. I figured 5 minutes, everybody can take 5 minutes and sit on the pink toilet. We are partnering this year with Watermark. Last year we did this at Lazy Ballerina,
Okay.
and but we're partnering with Watermark, and so we're asking people to come out and sit on a pink toilet for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Give us $10. I mean, it's kind of based loosely on what they used to do with muscular dystrophy, where you had to go to jail and
Oh, yeah.
you'd have to call and get people to give you money. But we have Blossom Time is helping us out with this, and there's a lot of people
Okay.
helping that maybe aren't going to be able to come up with more than $10.
Yeah.
So, but $10, we will have some appetizers. There will be some drink tokens. You get one drink token for $10 and a sticker. But if you give us $100, you will get a trophy, one of these beautiful
Oh,
trophies.
look at that.
We have actually toilet trophies.
Oh, that's
So,
fantastic. If you're on the
um,
video live stream right now, you can see it's a
yeah.
trophy and it's got a toilet on it.
Yes,
That's what is it? What does the
exactly.
inscription say?
It says BCCS Pink Toilet Champ.
Oh, I like it. $100
Yes.
gets you the trophy.
$100 for the trophy.
Love it.
And over $100. That's our biggest prize, really.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and then if you were nominated and you do not want to sit on the toilet,
Oh.
then we have these wanted posters, and you can provide a picture, and we will just show everyone that your bond was paid.
Nice.
As Tim Brown did from the funeral home. This is Ron Source from Four Winds Casino. Of course,
Oh, look,
Bob Birch
there's
from
Bob Birch.
Sturgis Bank.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, not to be outdone, Scott McFarland
Ah,
from Honor Credit Union.
very
So
nice.
they've all paid us the $250 already
Okay.
so that they don't have to sit on the toilet.
Very nice.
But we still are hoping that they will come out and just cheer everybody else on.
What you should do is give free drinks away, like free cheap beer or something like that, and then give access to the toilet for a donation.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's well. Okay,
All right.
so
All
that
right.
is
No,
one
no,
thing.
no, 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 no.
These toilets are not to be used.
Oh, you're not supposed to.
for-
Oh,
Exactly,
they're not in a
yes,
closed
no.
environment?
Exactly.
Okay.
No, these
No.
are going to be in the open. They're going to be 4 people at a time sitting in the open in front of everybody.
Now, this event is happening this afternoon.
It is.
It's happening
yes.
from 3 to 8 o'clock at Watermark Brewing Company.
Yes,
And it's the pink toilet timeouts because cancer stinks.
it does stink.
I just love that. And you can instigate challenges with other teams.
Yes.
Do you have any team challenges that are active right now?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're hoping that those come.
How does that
this
happen? How do
evening.
you do that?
We're just well, we do actually have one.
Okay.
The prosecutor's office has challenged the public defender's office.
Oh,
And so they're going to be sitting on the toilets at the same time
love it.
and challenging each other and trying to see who can raise the most money.
Okay.
Last year we had St. Joe schools and Lakeshore schools challenging each other. We had like Josh Frazee came and challenged other realtors to come. We had Rob Wolf from Wolf Financial.
Okay.
He and Jonathan challenged other financial organizations. And so it's just kind of a to see who can raise the most money. Bob Rogers from ServPro always comes, and
Yeah.
he and Gloria Ender actually raised the most money. Gloria Ender from Freedom Finishing raised the most last year, and Bob was right behind her with Dion Ragosi in third, and she's with the public, with the Berrien County Health Department.
Okay.
So
All right. We're going to talk about this event again and remind people of the logistics of that. We'll also talk about where the money goes. So we're going to continue this interview both on the video live stream and on the radio. It is the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. My guest this morning is Tiana Essig from the Berrien County Cancer Service. And the Pink Toilet Timeouts Because Cancer Stinks event is happening this afternoon at 3 o'clock at Watermark Brewing Company. Again, it's really just a very fun challenge to take on a very serious topic. So we'll continue this interview. It's on the video live stream, and we'll get back on the radio here in a few minutes. We've got some news to get to. We've got the Bloomberg Report, ABC News, our WSJM local news, weather, sports, Tigers. 2:32 this afternoon. They're playing Game 2 of the Wildcard series against the Houston Astros. It's all coming up right here on the WSJM Morning Show.
What would you call a free account that helps you save automatically?
Let's keep talking.
okay.
Let's keep talking.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so I'm looking here. You donate $10 for, and you get a free drink, not from the toilet though.
No.
Okay,
Not
a free
from the toilet.
beverage.
Yes.
Donate $25, you get a free drink and a sticker. I've got 2 stickers.
Yes.
No wonder you're the director of development. You already gave me 2 stickers.
I know. So that means you got to come and sit for 5 minutes. I don't know.
I can't wait to see pictures of this thing.
It's fun. It is really fun.
Okay.
I should have sent you some pictures, but last year we did it actually. The daytime version was in the window of City Plumbing. So people were standing outside. There happened to be a tourist. Blossom Time is very gracious, and they send us some of the queens.
Oh my
and
goodness.
Kings come and sit. And so last year we had
There's
queens.
so much that's just wrong about this whole thing, and so much that's right.
We had the kings and queens supporting the event, and
Yeah.
there was a tourist, and he's like, "What?" He didn't get it at all, but he still wanted to take a picture. So he took a picture in front of the window with the queens and kings sitting on the toilets, and it was really fun.
That's great.
So yeah.
How many toilets do you have out there? Pink toilets.
So we have
And where do you get a pink toilet?
So we have two that are from City Plumbing with
Okay.
their Flush Out Cancer event. So
Okay.
those are the ones in my car. If you want me to go get one, I can bring it in.
That
I
sounds
need a
heavy.
little help because they are kind of heavy. But yeah, I've got two in the car, and then Harbor Country Mission donated two.
Okay.
And John Craig, our wonderful office staff, just a fabulous guy that's been helping us out. He's our patient care coordinator currently, and he painted them pink for us.
Okay.
So we did add, we have the little toilet things that to sit on, just so the paint doesn't come off on clothes. So
Toilet
it's
things to
not so
sit
much
on.
a germ thing, but you know, when you go in a public bathroom, and you pull the little toilet thing down.
Oh, the paper stuff.
We have those just so people don't get the paint on their clothes. It's
That makes sense.
more of kind of, kind
Yeah.
of a joke sort of thing, because I don't know, do people really use those? Some people do, I'm sure.
You know, it's always been a nightmare for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Yes.
So that's good that you have those.
Yes, we
That
do.
is nice.
So no one will get the pink paint on their clothes. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you raise this money and then it stays local. Tell us about kind of what transpires between here and there. What does that journey look like for that assistance? What does it look like when it gets into real situations for people?
Sure. Well, all of our funding comes from Berrien County. So we get grants from the United Way of Southwest Michigan, the Upton Foundation, the Berrien Community Foundation. We've gotten Heart of Cook grant before. So that's where all of our funding comes from. Our budget is over $400,000 a year. We do have to pay the nurses. This isn't voluntary for them. And mileage is probably one of our biggest things
Wow.
that we have to pay for,
Okay.
but also supplies. There's supplies in there. And then purchasing the boost, and purchasing sometimes wheelchairs, purchasing a special bra for someone who's had a mastectomy that they just can't fit in the ones we have. We do get a lot of stuff donated. We have wigs, which is another thing. We have cotton hats, a lot of stuff donated, but there is just a lot of, all of our IT stuff. We now have Epic so that we can communicate with the nurses and doctors, which is another expense that we have. So, and then of course, as you know, you said you're from IT, so you
Yep.
understand the security features and everything we have to have, because it is patient records.
Yeah. Yeah. HIPAA and all that other stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it is pretty expensive to
I bet.
move through and run this organization.
All right, we're gonna continue this conversation. I've got to get to some news. We've got the Bloomberg report. We'll join that in progress. Then we'll get to ABC News, our local news. It's right here on the WSJM Morning Show.
One of the costliest storms in U.S. history. The most recent data from AM Best shows that State Farm was the leading provider of home and car insurance in Georgia and South Carolina at the end of last year and has significant exposure in Florida and North Carolina. State Farm said on September 30th that it had already received more than 50,000 auto and homeowner claims related to Helene. Nike is hitting the reset button ahead of the arrival of new CEO Elliott Hill. The company withdrew its full-year sales guidance and is delaying its investor day to give Hill more time to develop his turnaround plans. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
You never know what's going to happen on the WSJM Morning Show. I was just asked if I wanted someone to grab me a toilet so I could sit on it. No, Tiana, thank you for that offer. I'll consider it. We're talking about pink toilet timeouts because cancer stinks. Tiana is here with the Berrien County Cancer Service, and we're going to talk more with her in just a few moments, not only about the event today and all the other things. If you don't want to sit on a toilet, they have alternatives. We'll talk about that. But we'll also talk about all the good work that the Berrien County Cancer Service does in Berrien County. And if you didn't know this, they raise all of their money right here in Berrien County, and all the money stays in Berrien County. and that's very important. So we'll talk about that with Tiana some more in just a few minutes. We've got ABC News. We've got our local news to cover. Also, the great news about the Detroit Tigers. They won Wildcard game number 1, and Wildcard game number 2 against the Houston Astros is coming up this afternoon. You can hear it right here on WSJM. We'll get the full sports report and what happened in yesterday's game from Dave Wolf. He's our sports director. We'll talk about that and what's happening in the local news. Let's look at the weather forecast briefly. Today's forecast is going to remain mostly sunny and cool. Great day to sit on a toilet to stamp out cancer at Watermark. That event's coming up at 3 in the afternoon. We'll talk about that. The high today is expected to be around 70 degrees, just light winds from the southwest, 5 miles per hour. Tonight's forecast, it's going to be mostly clear and cool, a low around 47 degrees. Light winds continue. And then Thursday, light winds, mostly sunny, a high around 75 degrees. Let's look at the weekend forecast. Friday, partly sunny, slight chance of showers, high around 70. Saturday, mostly sunny, no rain in the forecast for Saturday, high around 74. Low is going to get around 47 degrees. Now, Sunday, it's going to be partly sunny with a slight chance of rain. The high is only going to be around 73. The low is going to stay up around 60 degrees, so staying a little bit warmer on Sunday. Then Monday, partly sunny, high around 67. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high around 70. All right, we've got more news to talk about in a few moments. WSJM will check in with that in the newsroom in just a moment, but first, ABC.
This is a special report from ABC News. Vice presidential debate. I'm Sherry Preston. The pundits with their opinions on how each candidate did in the vice presidential debate last night on CBS. Former Trump White House Chief of Staff Reince Priebus praised J.D. Vance's performance.
He went head on against this narrative that he's this snarky, unlikable guy. And he talked about the American dream and his life in the beginning and the end. Walz lied about Tiananmen Square, and he couldn't get his story straight.
And ABC News political contributor Donna Brazil, a former aide to Al Gore, said Tim Walz did well.
For explaining sometime the difficulty of trying to figure out where J.D. Vance and Donald Trump stands on the important issues. Look, the governor had to do one thing tonight, and that was to close the deal with voters. And I think he did that for Kamala Harris.
It was the first and will be the last time the nominees will appear together on the debate stage. The 2024 November 5th election, now a little over a month away. This is ABC News.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:33 is the time. Temperature outside about 49 degrees in Benton Harbor, 51 in St. Joe with some cloudy skies to start the day. The news that we're following from the WSJM Newsroom today, local leaders gathered yesterday afternoon to celebrate $500,000 from the state for our area to boost workforce and economic development in Southwest Michigan. Tuesday's event celebrated the focus by Lake Michigan College, Berry and Risa, Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber, and the Greater Niles Chamber of Commerce on working with employers through the education system to create apprenticeship programs. The goal is to open opportunities for young people to explore trade careers, something that might keep them here in the area for their entire career. So we'll talk a little bit more about that program and some of the things they're thinking about with that $500,000. That's coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. Other news we're following, Benton Township is working with a developer who has an idea to build a senior housing complex at 650 South Crystal Avenue. It's owned by Benton Township. It's about 10 acres. And the Board of Trustees heard from St. Stephen's Retirement Center founder George McKinney during their regular meeting last night, and he's proposing a 150-unit complex on that parcel. It's owned by the township. The township likes the idea. In fact, they like it so much, they said, maybe we do a 450 units. Maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what they do. But what they're thinking is lower to middle income housing for seniors in Benton Township. So we'll talk more about how that's being well received by the township at 8 o'clock. And then finally, St. Joseph City Commissioners have been asked to look into what they can do about some of the disruptive protesters who are apparently hanging around the downtown farmers market each Saturday. At their meeting this week, residents spoke about, during public comment, they told city commissioners that the anti-abortion protesters who are carrying signs with graphic images down there are disrupting some of the commerce that's happening at the market. They're a little concerned about that. We'll talk about what the city said in response. They prepared a response and they delivered it. So we'll talk about that at 8 o'clock this morning. We've got more from our interview with Tiana Essig. She's from the Berrien County Cancer Service. They are having an event this afternoon. It's called Pink Toilet Timeouts. because cancer stinks. And it's really a very, I don't want to say cute way, it's an innovative way to raise money to fight cancer and to support people who have cancer.
Yes.
So we'll talk about that event. It's coming up at Watermark Brewing Company this afternoon at 3:00. It goes till 8:00. Let's see, there's free drinks involved. There's appetizers involved. You can have challenges with other teams. Team costumes are going to be on display. So we'll talk about
pink hats.
I love your hat. I've been bedazzled by your bedazzled hat. It's if you're not watching on the video live stream, Tiana is wearing a pink cowboy hat, and it's what do you call those things? Sparkles?
Yeah, it's just sparkly.
Rhinestones.
Yeah, I don't think there's rhinestones on
diamonds.
There. It's just sparkly, no diamonds.
No pink diamonds up there. No, it's bedazzled, and it's a pretty cool hat. So we'll talk with her more about Berrien County Cancer Service and all the good that they're doing in our county and that fundraiser that's happening this afternoon. We'll talk about that on the video live stream right now as we catch up with Dave Wolf on sports. After this news, check in on what's happening around the state.
The Michigan News Network.
All right, so we're continuing our interview with Tiana, and thank you for coming in and bringing everything that you brought in. You came well prepared.
I got lots of stuff.
You've got Tupperware, you got Saran wrap, you've got plastic bags, you've got your coffee cup, a trophy with a toilet on it, ducks, and a pink cowboy hat. What more can you ask for?
Exactly.
And you gave me 2 stickers.
2 stickers, yes.
Okay, so what do these stickers represent?
So one of them is for sitting on the toilet.
Okay.
Which you didn't do yet. I'm just going to bring that.
If you want, I mean, we can go get the toilet. Should we go get the toilet?
We probably should. Yeah.
All right, let's go get the toilet. I'm gonna turn us off the airwaves here. I'm gonna leave you with sports and Michigan News Network, and we're gonna go get the toilet real quick.
Series after winning game 1. Tonight's Powerball, $275 million. I'm Beth Fisher for the Michigan News Network.
It's 2006. While I'm milking cows, I'm noticing every once in a while, not only do I have a headache, but I'm noticing black spots in my vision. It turns out it was a brain tumor the size of a grapefruit. My name is Tina Hinchley. We run a family farm. Back then, most farmers didn't have health insurance. You try to figure out, what are you going to do to pay these bills? 2013, my brain tumor comes back, and I'm also diagnosed with breast cancer. But now, the Affordable Care Act has been passed, and now I have coverage. Farmers and people in the rural communities depend on affordable health care. Trump doesn't care if he takes away health care from us. He doesn't care what the consequences would be for me and my family. Doggone it, Kamala Harris is out there for us, protecting and expanding the Affordable Care Act. She fought for us to get health care, and she's fighting for us to keep it.
I'm Kamala Harris, candidate for president, and I approve this message. Paid for by Harris for President.
Today, and the rest of the week for that matter, may not be the easiest time to try to book an appointment for a manicure or a stylist, especially here in Michigan. This comes as many Detroit Tigers fans started biting their fingernails and maybe pulled out a few strands of hair yesterday afternoon. But in the end, it was all worth it. Tarek Skubal had another gem on the mound, allowing only 4 singles while walking 1 and striking out 6, and left with a 3-0 lead. However, Houston made things interesting in the ninth, scoring once and then loading the bases with 2 out. But Bo Bresky got out of the jam and gave Detroit the 3-1 win in Game 1 of the American League Wildcard Series. The Tigers look to close out the Astros in Game 2 this afternoon at 2:30, a 2:05 pregame show on Newstalk Sports 94.9 WSJM. In the other best-of-3 game series, Kansas City beat Baltimore 1-0. The Mets beat Milwaukee 8-4, and San Diego beat Atlanta 4-0. The WNBA playoffs continued last night in the best-of-5 second-round series. New York beat Las Vegas 88-84 to take a 2-0 series lead, and Minnesota beat Connecticut 77-70 to tie that series at 1-1. NHL preseason, the Red Wings beat Pittsburgh 2-1, and Minnesota over the Blackhawks 7-2. College football news, the Big Ten Conference has received approval from the NCAA to change how officials are lined up on onside kick attempts. The league requested the change after Minnesota's successful onside kick attempt against Michigan that was overturned by a penalty. In junior college volleyball last night, Lansing Community College over Lake Michigan College 3-0. High school sports on Tuesday in boys soccer, the SMAC tournament. Portage Central over Kalamazoo Central 2-0. Loyal Arcs over Mattawan 3-1. St. Joe blanked Gull Lake 3-0, and Lakeshore over Portage Northern 1-0. Other games, Andrews Academy over Michigan Lutheran 8-0. Saugatuck beat Our Lady of the Lake 7-0. South Haven over Coburg 1-0. And Hartford over Bloomingdale 5-0. In volleyball, South Haven over Watervliet in 4. Centerville over Bloomingdale in 3. And Decatur over Cassopolis in 3. And the latest high school football AP rankings. In Division 3, 5-0 St. Joe is ranked 4th. Division 4, 5-0 Paw Paw is 3rd. Their opponent this week, 4-1 Edwardsburg, is ranked 10th. In Division 5, 4-1 Kalamazoo United is 10th. Division 6, Constantine is 5-0, and they're ranked 3rd. Division 7, 4-1 Schoolcraft is ranked 10th, and Lawton is 14th. In Division 8, number 8 is 5-0 White Pigeon. 8-man Division 1, 4-0 Martin is number 1. 5-0 Gobles is ranked 4th, and 5-0 Mendon is ranked 6th.
Okay.
For the rest of the scores,
So I have a thank you.
I'm so
to
out of
you
breath.
for ads. I know. See?
What is that?
This is a thank you to you for ads and promotion that we'll have at the
Aw.
event today.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Anyways.
Oh, my pleasure. All right. So I'm out of breath because this is a real toilet.
It is yeah.
It's not light.
No. There's cement in there to balance it.
So,
So yeah, I know. That's why I said I was like, I'd go get it, but it's heavy.
So there's cement in the bottom of it, and it's a real toilet. And here, let me catch my breath. Go ahead. Tell more about the toilet.
Okay, so yes, the toilets. These are the ones that were donated by City Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning. The crew in blue in pink, and we're hoping they come out and wear their pink. They wear pink all Fridays in the month of October, and they collect money, and then they give us whatever they get at the end of the month. So it's very nice.
Let me do this real quick. So for the behind the scenes, if you didn't see, we went out and got the toilet outside, and it literally has cement in the bottom of it so it doesn't tip over. But let's see. I think let's see. Can I do this?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Even better. This may be the first time there's been a toilet in this room
Very
in the
true.
history of WSJM.
That is probably true.
I really like
is
that.
Probably true.
It's part of the Pink Toilet Timeouts because cancer stinks. And the event is happening from 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock today. If people don't want to sit on the toilet, what do they have?
Yes, a lot of people don't want to sit on the toilet. So we have these ducks.
Oh.
And what you can do is you can purchase a duck for $10. Now the duck is
There we go.
they're our property for the first 2 throws because again we're trying to raise money here.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can purchase it for $10 to throw in the toilet.
Oh, okay. Did you want to throw them in the toilet?
Well, I don't know
Here,
if
go
I
ahead.
can make it.
Oh, that was very close. One more.
If they stick in the toilet, oh, see that one. Oh, that was a bounce off.
Hey,
If-
look, I made it.
You made it. So the ones that stay in the toilet are going to split a prize of $100. So if one gets in, that person gets $100. If 2, $50. But we're also rounding that down to the
Yeah.
nearest dollar. So, in some cases, we just didn't want to have to deal with a bunch of change. 'Cause if 3 people go in, it's $3.33, blah, blah, blah each. And it was a little challenging to try to figure all that out. So we're just rounding down to the nearest dollar.
Okay.
So if 3 go in, everyone gets $33.
All right.
And those are going to be $10. We're doing that twice. And then at the end of the night, if people want to purchase the ducks, they can purchase them for $5.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
yeah.
All right. We've got to get back on the airwaves here. And we'll continue this interview in just a moment.
Okay.
Downtown St. Joe, always supporting women and men in their fight against cancer.
Wear pink and remind the women we love to schedule a mammogram.
From Signature Dealer Group and News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Mostly sunny skies today. We'll see a few clouds here and there, but it's really quiet. Afternoon high temperatures really getting up around 68 to 70. Clear skies tonight down to 47, and tomorrow a little warmer, still sunny. High temperatures up around 75. We'll still be in the low 70s on Friday. We have a slight chance of rain. I'm Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
And if you're not watching on the video live stream right now, you're missing a lot. The good news is you'll be able to go back in and watch on the video archive on our Facebook page, because this is a first. And we love celebrating firsts out here. And I believe, I'm confident in saying this is the first time that there has been a toilet in the WSJM studio. So if you're on the video live stream, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But right behind me, on camera right now, is a real live pink toilet.
Yes, it is. It is one of the ones from City Plumbing and Heating, but that they used for their Flush Out Cancer event.
So City Plumbing and Heating has been kind enough to loan this toilet. I love to use toilets.
Don't you?
Yeah,
They're nice.
But the pink toilets, it's part of the Pink Toilet Timeouts Because Cancer Stinks event. It's happening this afternoon from 3 to 8 at the Watermark Brewing Company. How can people get involved? Can you just show up and sit down?
Just show up and sit.
Okay.
I mean, we have times. We actually have people slated for different times for 5 minutes. We also have a raffle that'll be going on.
But you've got 4 toilets, so no turning anyone away.
No, we're not turning anybody away.
Okay.
So, yeah, we've got the Village of Stevensville. We have the Prosecutor's Office, the Public Defender's Office. We have Competitive Edge. We have the United Way. We have... just a lot of people have already signed up. Blossom Time. We got lots of people that have already signed up, and they're going to be sitting. So we've got raffles going on. We'll have a raffle prize every 15 minutes.
Oh.
And then we'll also have a couple $100 prizes, and Watermark has donated a $100 gift card. So that will be our final raffle prize.
That's fantastic. And again, this is all to benefit the Berrien County Cancer Service. You don't have to sit on the toilet, but it's kind of a fun way to do the challenge.
Yes.
And if you've got the pink toilet timeout because cancer stinks, I mean, obviously you can get some fun pictures for social media and all that.
That's what we plan to do. Yeah.
And I love the idea of the prosecutors challenging each other. And are they challenging the public defenders? You said
they are.
to see who can raise the most money to battle cancer. So again, Berrien County Cancer Service is the recipient of all the proceeds from this event. And the one thing that sets them apart, which we really love, is the money's raised in Berrien County and it stays in Berrien County for the services that you provide.
That's correct. Yes.
And again, if you don't want to sit on the toilet, you've got the raffle. Maybe explain the raffle and then explain the ducks again.
Yeah. So we have raffle tickets that are $5 each. Or I don't remember the
There's
amount.
a deal if you buy more.
Yeah, there's a deal if you buy more. I think that 10 for 20. I think that's and then there's a
5 each or 10 for 20.
Yes.
All right.
And then so we'll be doing raffle prizes. You have to be present to win.
Okay.
But we'll be doing raffle prizes every 15 minutes.
Oh.
And then there's a $100 prize, I think at 5:30, and then a $100 gift card from Watermark at like 7:10 or something like that. So lots of things going on, lots of prizes. We have lots and lots. We may end up giving them at quicker intervals as well.
And those who might have been just tuning in for their brief drive to work, remind us again, what is it the Berrien County Cancer Service does and has been doing since 1948?
Yeah, so we do in-home nursing at no cost to patients, skilled nursing. These are trained oncology nurses. And we go into people's homes to do this. We also have a resource locker filled with walkers and wheelchairs and bedside commodes and shower chairs, wigs, mastectomy prosthetics. We have bras. We have some compression socks. We have all sorts of things. We also have churches that have donated prayer shawls and blankets and hats and all sorts of things that will help give comfort to cancer patients.
Yeah. So when somebody in your life or you determine you and your doctors determine you have cancer and you've got to treat it, you've got to battle it, there are a lot of things that come into play, and a lot of people don't have all the resources and funds to take all the things in that they need to help them with that fight. And so for that, Berrien County Cancer Service is there. So we really appreciate what you're doing. You've got a duck in your hand now.
Yes, so I have a duck. They do squeak.
Oh, I love
squeak,
it. Squeak them. Okay.
So one other thing we added is that we're going to do some dunk a duck competition. So at 5:30, 5:30, I can hear all the dogs running. At 5:30 and at 7 o'clock, we're going to be throwing ducks. Let's see if I can get it.
Oh, you almost got it. Okay.
But if your duck lands in the toilet without bouncing out, you get to have a portion of $100.
Oh.
So but we're going to round to the nearest dollar.
How far are we talking about the throw here?
25 feet.
25 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can sink one of these little ducks.
Yeah.
One of these little ducks into the toilet bowl.
Yes.
I see people because 25 feet few people's bathrooms are 25 feet large, so there's no practice for this.
Exactly. There's no way to practice. No, we're not allowing practices, but
Okay.
yeah.
We're going to come back and give the Moody on the Market update in just a moment, and we're going to conclude this interview, although it's been very fun, and that also means that I probably have to help move the toilet back out to your car. Or we could just leave it here today.
I could scoot it.
No, that's okay.
You can always you just have to bring it at 3:00. You could just come.
I'll just come right out. Well, I mean, 3:00, Watermark Brewing Company. I could do that. I can
Yeah.
tell the bosses. All right, we're going to come back with our Moody on the Market update. It's coming up next.
Hi, Jenny from Big Deals, announcing that shopping locally at your Big Deal store just got easier. Imagine buying a gift certificate and having it delivered right to your smartphone, available in just seconds.
Okay, what you're hearing on the air right now. Oh, don't you dare knock that over.
No. Oh, I got so much there. Sorry.
I get that. Let's see. We'll get this stuck here and this stuck here.
You didn't realize you were going to get.
No, this is good. This is good. The morning workout. So the ducks. Here's number 5. Here's number 4. Okay. So do we have all the ducks accounted
I
for?
will make sure because they will get on me if I don't. They were like, if you don't bring the ducks back, you're in trouble.
And again, thanks to City Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning for painting the toilet, making it available.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm being very careful how I scoot here.
That's okay. Yeah. We also, Pizza Hut, a Michigan Pizza Hut is bringing us some pizza.
Oh, nice.
Tonight. They have a new pizza that they want people to try. So they're bringing us
what
some
is it?
pizza.
Do you know?
It's a thin crust pizza and they cut it into like squares.
Oh, okay.
And then also the Brick House is going to be the food truck tonight, and they're giving a
Nice.
portion of the proceeds to us.
Okay.
The St. Joseph High School Key Club is going to come and volunteer. We have 17 volunteers from the Key Club.
Everyone's got a part in this.
Yeah, so this is just a fabulous way for us to raise some money. And of course, Watermark has been fabulous
Yeah.
with assisting us in getting this event promoted and doing this at their venue.
Speaking of pizza.
Yes.
Speaking of pizza, pineapple on pizza?
I'm not a pineapple.
Are you opposed to it?
I'm not necessarily opposed, but
Okay.
it's not something I would order on my own. I would taste
Would you
it.
eat? You would.
I would eat it. Yeah,
Have
I
you
love
had it
pineapple.
before?
I love pineapple. Yes, I love pineapple,
Okay.
but I'm just not sure
All right.
that it really goes with the pizza sauce.
I love
I'd
pineapple
rather
on my
pick the
pizza.
pineapple off and eat it, and then eat the ham. You know,
Yeah, the what was it, the Hawaiian or the Canadian bacon?
Hawaiian, yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
all right, back with more controversial topics in just a moment. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
More clicks, web design done, web sticks.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
It's 7:53, time for the Moody on the Market update. The Moody on the Market update is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. And one of the things that we love to talk about during the Moody on the Market update is life in Southwest Michigan and why we love it here. And that's why we have our guest in to this morning, Tiana Essig, who is here from Berrien County Cancer Service. She's the development director there, the director of development. Excuse me. Got frogs in my throat from all the physical activity we've been doing
Hopefully
this
it's not
morning.
ducks.
No ducks in my throat, even though your shots might need a little work.
I need to work on that.
Yeah, we had a couple of air ducts there as we were trying, because if you've just tuned in, we've got a pink toilet that's sitting right behind me right now. I can't really get up and sit on it, but I'm happy to sit on it at some point, maybe after the show. No, I'm kidding. All right. But the pink toilet timeouts event is happening, and they're doing it because cancer stinks. And Tiana, just give us a brief rundown again. What is the event? How can people come out there today and get involved?
They can just come out and join us. Again, this is a fundraiser for the Berrien County Cancer Service so that we can help more cancer patients in Berrien County. We'll have people sitting on toilets for 5 minutes. Everybody can get a time on the toilet. We got lots of times available for 5 minutes. There's 4 toilets we'll have going. For $10, if they sit on the toilet and give us $10, then they will get a drink token. If they raise $25, they get a drink token and a sticker that they set on the toilet. And if they donate $100, they get the drink, the sticker, and our wonderful toilet trophies.
I love your toilet trophy.
Then we also added for people, we had a lot of people cringe at the thought of sitting on a toilet.
Yeah.
So we've offered the bond so people can pay the $250 bond to not
Nice.
have to sit on the toilet. Or we have the option of the ducks where we're going to be we're calling it Dunk a Duck Challenge, where they're going to throw ducks into the toilet. And if they stay, you get to share a portion of $100. And then we also have a raffle that'll be going on where you can purchase raffle tickets. There will be two $100 prizes, one of which is a gift card to Watermark, $100 gift card. And then we'll also have a bunch of prizes. We have lots of pink breast cancer awareness prizes that we'll be giving away throughout the evening.
And really, you're raising money for a great cause, because all the money that Berrien County Cancer Service raises is from Berrien County. It stays in Berrien County, and it's to help people dealing with cancer, going through that journey, that part of their life, which can be extremely challenging. So thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
We really
This should be
appreciate
fun.
it. If anyone needs any more information, where should they go? You want to send them to your website? You want to send them
so
to
our
Facebook?
website is bccancerservice.org.
Okay. bccancerservice.org.
Yeah, so B as in boy, or B for Berrien.
B for
C
Berrien, yeah.
C for county, and then cancerservice.org.
Okay.
And we also have a Facebook page. The event is out on Facebook as well, so they can look for that. But yeah, we're just looking for people to come out and have fun with us, enjoy some Watermark beer, get some food from, obviously we'll have some snacks.
Brick
there
House
available.
has the food truck out there.
Yeah, also Timothy's is going
Oh,
to
nice.
give us, they're making some meatballs. Patty Kenworthy, Chef Patty K, is going to be making some meatballs and hummus.
yum.
So we'll have some snacks, but we really want you to get food from the Brick House because they will be giving us a portion of proceeds as well. So
Okay.
should be a great evening. And we really thank you for making the weather cooperate. I put you in charge of that, Ken. You didn't know.
My pleasure.
Exactly.
I
but it
brought
looks like a
mostly sunny
beautiful
skies
day.
today. Yeah,
So,
it's going to be
yes,
gorgeous. So that was my next question. Is this going to be outside?
It is outside.
Okay,
yes.
so if you're a photo sniper, if you want to take pictures of some of the folks in Berrien County sitting on a toilet to get rid of cancer, because cancer stinks, you can do that at the Watermark Brewery. Again, it's going on from 3 to 8 today. If you want more information, Berrien County Cancer Service, they have a website. They're on Facebook, and there's some free drinks out there for a small donation. Free drinks and stickers, the raffle, everything else that's happening. Tiana Essig, Development Director for Berrien County Cancer Service. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you, Ken.
This
It's
has
been nice to meet you.
It's been
Such a
very good
fun-
to meet
such
you.
a fun morning.
Yeah, it's been good. And, didn't know I was going to have a toilet in the studio today. We'll be back with more in just a minute.
Rich Brand and Tara Halsey from Insurance Management Service, your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and Niles, know it means something.
All right. Thank you on the video live stream for joining us and humoring us. Hello, Alex. Good morning. Let's see. Mary Morphy. Good morning, Mary. Good to see
Hello,
you.
Mary. We hope to see you.
Let's see. Teresa gives us an LOL for everything that we're doing this morning. She also says, have a great day, everyone. Yeah, all kinds of fun stuff. So good feedback. So thank you for joining us on the video live stream today. I'm going to end it because I got to time us out to get us to news, and then I got to haul the toilet back out to Tiana's
Thank you,
rig.
Ken.
No, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.